Boys, do you hear that? I feel like I can hear just the SEJ roaring in my ears. I feel like I hear that V12 right behind me, shifting the gears, the pops and the bangs. Today was a good day. The SVJ is coming. No, in all seriousness, today was an amazing day. We are sitting at a balance of $5,500 on my first ever funded account. It got passed officially, started this funded account a week ago now. So just made a YOLO trade because I wanted to make some real money, but did not go well because I didn't trade anything. I just borderline gambled, but we've been killing it ever since. And today was a $2,000 day. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth, guys, but it was an amazing day. It kind of was a few trades, obviously. There was a few trades last night. Last night was crazy. Asia session had an insane move last night. So we'll go take a look at that first, and then we'll talk about today's trades. We also, clearly we had some movement today. I didn't trade any of this, but let's go back to this absolute cliff over here. This is crazy. This move, like, bigger than this one, and this was, in my yesterday's recap what I was shorting, but this was crazy. And it just so happened I got back from the gym. We're looking at like it's 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Like I'm not on the markets at this hour, and I get on the markets, and I ended up catching this insane drop. So I'll open up my chart executions. Obviously, the trade strat here was simple, and that was just continuation trading. Keep taking profits. That's what I was doing. You can see, negatives, closing positions, more negatives, like 15 shares negative, then closing positions, because there was a short spike here, so I actually lost some money. But yeah, this was awesome. It's kind of hard for me to explain to you every single trade here, but this is 1 minute candles, so the trades didn't last more than 10 minutes. I mean, I remember I was screaming just because I was so shook. Like Asia session, it's like 5:51. I'm in here like 5:49 up to basically almost 6 o'clock, literally less than 10 minutes, and like I'm just keep shorting it, and then it's just like bam, and then bam, and then I short again, and bam, like these massive drops. And as soon as they're happening, I'm taking profit. Like I'm trying not to be greedy. I'm taking profit. I'm scalping. Like there's no reason why I have any belief why this should continue going down. Like it's Asia session, I don't have any like, I don't know. I can't understand that something's happening and the market's going the wrong way. I'm just looking at the chart. I'm looking at the SMA line. I'm looking at a rebound. That's kind of where I was here looking at a rebound, and it just started going down, and I started taking shorts because it just keeps dropping, and the liquidity and the volume just keeps going more red. This was like definitely great timing, right? I mean, I wasn't on the charts during these hours, and I just so happened to get on the charts because I just wanted to see what's going on, if there was any opportunities, and there indeed was some opportunities. I was basically out right here. Once we had a few candles that just were sideways because it was just one candle after another going down, I went ahead and got out and just took my profit, $850. So yeah, that's how that started. That was about 6 p.m. and I was happy. I was ecstatic. I had to leave again. This is literally the time period where I was home and I had to get off the charts again. So I just was super blessed to be in this timing, to be able to catch this trade. And now I'm always going to be on the charts because I don't know if there's going to be another move like this. Like you gotta capitalize on these moves. I wish there's like an AI that just thought what would Dima do and then just do it. We are going to move forward to today. Today was a scary day, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We did not make $2,000 like it was a piece of cake. It was tough. Got on the charts about 7:10, so about here. This massive drop already happened. I feel like I keep getting into my initial balance trade which, just to quickly recap, initial balance is if there's a high candle and a low candle, typically it continues lower. And if it's the opposite, if there's a low candle first and then a high candle in that order, then we expect it to break and go continue higher. I see, a massive sell-off already. It's, clearly a high and a low. This is a pretty good indication that initial balance will break, just because there's already so much movement. And it would be a big move for it to retrace and go back and fail. So I was pretty confident that the statistic was going to hit today, but unfortunately I took my trade too early. I'm going to change this next week. I think next week I'm not going to trade earlier than 7:15, 7:20. Realistically, you should be waiting till 7:30 to trade. But obviously there's opportunities like this where at 7:20 it's a way better entry than here at 7:30. But I got in at about 7:10. I was doing okay. I was up and I wasn't selling, but this candle right here was a painful candle. 509 up to 564, so nearly 60 points or 50 points. And when you're with 10 contracts, that's $1,000. So this candle just shafted me. I ended up stopping out and just closing the trade because of how massive this candle was, and losing basically all that 850 that I made the night before, which I guess there's two ways of looking at that: a cup half full and a cup half empty. Because, well, it's great that I made 850 last night, because now I'm not down $1,000, I'm down 150. But it also sucks because I made that money and I just gave it away. So I waited after that, because with such a it's one thing if there was like a decent sized candle, but it's just like, okay, but with such a massive candle, now the market is like, it's totally possible that it decides to fill this drop. If you look at the 5-minute, like, obviously there's a fair value gap here, and the second it hit it, it just blasted through it. So it could continue up, but it just bounced off the SMA line, which is a beautiful trade. And I know that my friend got in right here because he was expecting it to bounce back, and that was an amazing entry for him. So that screwed me after this reversal on this candle, and I started to see more red again. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back in short. So I went back in short. I took profit a few times, got back in short, took profit a few times. Was trading with not the most contracts I've ever traded with, like 10, 15, 20 max. I've traded like 40 and 50 before, so it was nowhere near the max, but did trade with a good amount of contracts because I wanted to, make back that 850, which is revenge trading. I know it's not great. I think there's a lot of lessons today. Like, I'm happy I made 2,000, but to be honest, guys, like, I need to change a few things, or I just need to make sure I don't do this again. Like, it's my first day where I kind of had this situation happen. So, but I was very confident that the initial balance was going to hit. I knew if I just, held it, it's more than likely that my trade would have hit, which it did end up hitting just barely. But that's why I take profit is usually right at initial balance. Sometimes it's even a little above it, but it did break, go down, and then it flatlined for a bit. I got off the charts around here. I was like, look, I'm taking my 2,000 and I'm out of here. Yeah, that's how we made $2,000. Technically when we were here, we were at negative $150. So this was literally a $2,000 worth of trade, but total net on the morning, we made about $1,200, $1,150, which brought us to $2,000. We're nowhere near an SVJ payment, but guys, this is super exciting for me and for us. If you've been watching these recaps, we have now passed the rules for our first ever payout. I can't believe it. I think the statistic is like 4 or 5%. I can't believe it, bro. I knew I was gonna make it. I knew I was gonna do it, but it's surreal, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, it just feels surreal. Like, I just don't know what to say. It's crazy. It's awesome. I'm super excited. I'm gonna take out a payout of probably either half of this balance, or I'm gonna round up to 3,000. So this is the total P&L, which I believe the difference between my balance and the P&L is probably the fees, because I'm at $5,200. So yeah, I might take half of that, so 2.6K. I might just get that as a payout, or I might do 3K as a payout. And what I'm going to do with that is, I don't know if I should go to my dashboard if there's any private information, but they have that 30% off for up to 5 accounts. And I'm going to take a bold step, and I'm going to buy 4 accounts. for combines, pass the evaluations on all of them, and have a funded account. Because right now, if I had 5 accounts this whole time, I'd be up over $25,000. And $25,000 covers my bank note, and that becomes tangible. It's like I'm trading online, some internet money, but when I can then potentially cash that out and physically pay out my car and just not have a car note anymore and just have my car free and clear, that's when it kind of starts to feel more real. Yeah, guys, I'm going to take a payout. It's currently 10 a.m. here on the Pacific Northwest. I believe I have to wait till about 3 p.m. until I'm allowed to pay out, until the day is closed and processed. So the video is not over yet. Stay tuned. I'm going to do my first payout. I've never done it before, so we're all just going to kind of sit here and learn together. And yeah, boys, we're getting a payout. We're reinvesting. We got 3 more days to trade. I'm so excited. We're going to keep crushing it this week. I need to have another 5 days to take my next payout, so let's set a goal in 5 days for the next payout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next Tuesday we take another payout, and I'd love for it to be a $5,000 payout. But I'd need to make at least $5,000. I think that would be fair, but I would probably want to make like 6,000 or 7,000. So over 1,000 a day, which is possible. I think that's doable. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. We have just fast forwarded to 3:30 p.m. I think the last clip was around 10 a.m. It's been a busy day for me, and I just now am able to get back on my computer to see what the payouts tab says. I'm excited. Yes, bro. What? Yeah, this should not be here. Wait, I thought you could ask for 3,000, or you could ask for up to 5,000. Is it only 50%? Well, I'm taking that 50%. Before requesting you to submit a tax form. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, that was way easier than I thought. I did just learn something, though. I can only take half of my profit out, which I didn't want to take all of it out. I wanted to take out like 3,000 out of my 5,200, but I have to take half. So, I don't know. Maybe you guys knew that. Maybe you didn't. And I'm telling you guys now, I'm not really discouraged or anything. I'm still hyped. Like, I was gonna take only 400 more than what they're allowing me, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just now I'm thinking I just gotta trade with more position. Like, if I want a 5K payout on an account, I have to make 10K. I thought I had to make 5K. That's changed things a little bit, but you just scale up. It's not like I have to quote unquote do more work or something. But we are gonna hit request payout. This is all new to me, guys. You've reached a payout milestone. We'd like to prepare you for what happens after the first payout. Stay profitable. After a payout is completed on this account, you'll need a profit greater than $0 to be eligible for your next payout. Once a payout is requested for this account, it will not be eligible for reactivation through back to funded. Oh, I guess that's if you blow up your account, you can like pay, which I would never do, but you can pay to like refund it. So that doesn't matter. But obviously I need to, from what I understand, I need another 5 green days at least, not in a row, of 150 or more. So that makes sense. I'm gonna fill this out and I'll be right back. Boom, just like that, my first payout request has been completed. It's pending. I don't know if this is gonna change to like confirmed or something, but it's pending. I just did 2,600, which is, oh yeah, you can see here, submitted, funds removed, funding approved. So I'm guessing next is risk, compliance, finance, fund sign. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm so sick, dude. I don't know, guys. This is an awesome feeling. Maybe some of you guys have already felt this, and you guys know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, bro, like, I am so new to this, and it's so possible. It's just so possible. $2,600 is, in the last week. This account has been officially going for a week since I actually started trading. So Tuesday to Tuesday. That's crazy. I mean, 2,600 a week is not bad. I thought I could take out all 5, but we're moving on. We know that. This is sick. This is so sick. I'm gonna keep you guys updated in the rest of my recaps as this goes through its steps and gets processed. I believe it's one business day, so I just think tomorrow's recap I'll give you guys an update. I'll even show you guys a screenshot that it's in my bank account. So if you don't believe that this is real, maybe you don't believe Top Step is real, I'll show you guys everything. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we've made it. You guys have been watching the last few days. You know that we've started and we got this account funded. And now we're here getting a payout. So we still have 3 more days this week. The recaps are going to continue, and we're going to keep going our way up. I'm actually going to go right now and purchase 4 more accounts. So we're going to be having to go through some combine accounts and getting them funded, and then we'll be copy trading across 5 accounts. So hopefully we can have the accounts funded by Friday, and we can have 5 funded accounts, or it could all go horribly wrong. But I'm in the positive, guys. 2600 puts me in the positive. I think so far, just for clarifications, if you're curious, how much money have I spent? I did the math. It's about $600 that I've spent in terms of having the Bookmap subscription going, and in terms of paying $50 a month for my combines, blowing up the 2 or 3 or 4 that I blew up, and activating into a funded account, which is $150. So I'm about $600 in the hole. I just got $2,600, so I am now $2,000 in the green, completely, net positive on all of this. So that's freaking awesome. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys following along. If you have any questions or any comments, comment it down below. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's recap.